Journey with me to the land of my ancestors, Bafut. Oh my God, only music. You understand? Say this so within a different level. Omo. Right now we are in my 8th mancon, heading to Bafut. The view in front. Just enjoy the car in front. This is Africa. If you don't see things like this, you'll be like you are in a strange land. So welcome home. So here we call it my 11. So the first village immediately after Mancon. This village shares a boundary with Mancon. So my 11, after my 11 we get into Agiati. From Agiati we keep moving on. Please journey with me as you discover how Bafut looks like in 2025. This is early 2025 during the month of March. I would like to unravel the reason why we had to visit Bafut during this period, which is to bring development to our community.
Hello to everyone. I and my team, the team of youths and the future, we are heading to Bafut for Palace to proceed with further preparations regarding the launching of the Royal Eco Village Bafut, which will be commencing on the 7th of March 2025. Guys, make sure to join us on our Zoom. We're going to be waiting for you all. Cheers!
So in case you can recognize a particular place, let's talk about it in the comment and the memories it brings to you. For me, I had to take the Presbyterian Church Agiati because I schooled in Kotek and it was one of our bounce-breaking roads. Oh my God! Our very own famous Kotek Bafut, here it comes, my school. And this school, the proprietor was our one and only Fon Abumbi, the owner of the school. A very prestigious school, a school, oh my God, known by many. A school raised so many. This is where I had one of the most beautiful memories in Bafut as a child from Bafut. Okay, I leave the shot to each and every one of you. If you can recognize a place, come to the comment section. Let's talk about it there. While we are all observing, I will give you a brief history or brief story that I know about Bafut. I know Bafut is a town located in a modern community in Cameroon. It is also a traditional fondom. It is located in the Nizam department, which in turn is located in the northwest region. Bafut is famous for having preserved its structure as a traditional fondom under the leadership of the Fon of Bafut. Its traditional power structure operates in harmony with its modern local government council, which aim to turn Bafut into an eco-city. The Bafut tradition traces its dynastic origin to the Ndobo and the Tikari areas from the region of the Filo, the first Fon of Bafut. It has operated as a fondom or a kingdom using traditional power structure. Upon the arrival from the Tikari at least 400 years ago, the Bafut people built the current old palace of Mbebili, also known as Ntofelo. It still contains the tomb of the first 3 Bafut kings, Filo, Nebasi Su, and Ambe Mbi. Here we have the Bafut Council, which was created by the presidential decree on the 23rd of November 1990. history. It promoted local development and improved the living condition of regional inhabitants. The local government began operational in 1996 following the municipal election. The council, situated at Njinde Bafut, is intended to be a meeting point of modern local democratic government and traditional custom. It is made up of Bafut First Class Fundum and the Mundums 1 and 2 Otomos Second Class Fundum, who share power with the council. Let's go back to the Fun's Palace, which is the central of all traditional powers in our community. Was later moved to its current location, and by the time of the German colonization in Cameroon during the late 19th century, Bafut had roughly assumed its present makeup, that is, location. The Bafut War resulted from the German colonial intrusion into the Bafut Fundum. The German explorer Dr. Eugene Zingraf visited Bafut in 1889. He had earlier stopped in Balinyonga, where he had received a warm welcome from Galiga, the Fon of Balinyonga. However, the Bafut Fon Abumbi received him with circumspection, that is, doubts, since Bafut was not on a good term with Balinyonga. Zingraf is said to have committed two breach of etiquette, that is sacrilege. He seized the drinking cup from the Fon's hand and drank from it, and instead of calling him Abumbi by his princely name, Ngule. This open display of disrespect was interpreted in Bafut as a deliberate attempt to belittle the Fon, and it was assumed that Galiga of Balinyonga was behind this. Relationship between Bafut and the German sequentially deteriorated to the point of armed conflict. In 1891, Bafut went to the aid of its neighbor and ally, which had been attacked by the German and led by the Balinyonga force. And this force had been sent to avenge the death of two of Zingraf's messengers sent to Bafut. On the 31st January 1893, they attacked Mancon and burnt the town. As the attacking force retired, Mancon warriors, assisted now by their ally from Bafut, counter-attacked and inflicted heavy losses on their enemies. This was not funny at all, though. Then 10 years later, the Germans, under revenge, returned in full force. Bafut suffered a series of losses in 1901, 1904, 1905, and 1907, at the end of which our Fon was arrested and exiled to Douala for a year. Meanwhile, during that period, slave trade took place. Our children were sold, parents were separated from their families. A lot of chaotic stuff happened in our land. In the meantime, a military station had been established in Bamenda, which served as an administrative headquarters of the district until the Germans were expelled during the World War of 1914 and 1918. After a brief period of joint administration between France and Britain, they partitioned the territory into provinces with only minor adjustment. Was confirmed in 1990, July 1990, by Miller-Simon Agreement. Bafut fell into the British sector, which was constituted into the Cameroon province and attached to the southern province of British Nigeria for administrative purpose. At least one fon of Bafut, Achirimbi, maintained friendly ties with the British. When the British left part of Cameroon in 1961, the region had a choice to join either the newly formed Cameroon or Nigeria. The fon Achirimbi II is famously said to have remarked that it was a choice between fire and deep sea. So our fon was very wise enough to say there is no choice. If you are the one, what will you choose? Fire or go into deep sea? All known is safe. So here we are in Sani. I met this my mama. I decided to go greet her and see what exactly she was doing. I could not really speak my language, but I really wanted to get into a serious discussion with her. So all I could do was just to greet, and she responded to me. From here, I had to just go back and continue doing my job as I came to Bafut because the language was a barrier for me. It's a pity for me that I could not express myself in my language, which is something I urge to do, something I wish to do so badly. And I know I have my fellow brothers and sisters out there who they cannot express themselves the way I cannot express myself. If you have a way to teach us, please look for us. So we need this teaching. We need to express ourselves in our language. I went to a local store in Bafut and oh my god, they sell practically everything. I came across these beads that they sell calabash, calabash, yes, they sell net, they practically sell everything you could imagine in the village. The walking stick, they have it there. They have practically everything. So here I was discussing with the princess on the next step, the daughter of Fon Abumbi II. So we were discussing on the next step to take. While we were talking, I was struggling to get some little videos of the store because it caught my attention. That is the calabash that I'm talking about. This is what we use as containers to preserve our water in those days. This is our own caliber of bags we use. So we have the palace entrance. This is our palace entrance, the almighty palace entrance. What a great entry. Let me give you the pause. Let's look at it first. And let's go. This is home sweet home. For over some years now, I couldn't imagine myself coming here, but here am I at the entrance of the palace. This head, we call it the head of the talking drum. This is where when some announcement or people are being called, we play this drum to call them closer to the palace for some announcements to be made. I think now we have to go back to the main reason why we are here in Bafut, which is about the launching of the Eco Village, the Royal Eco Village. This is not the Eco Village, please. It is the Royal Eco Village. So we'll have a small introduction by our princess, which is the CEO of this our newly built organization. Here she comes. Yes.
This is Princess Abumbi Prudence, the CEO of Youth and the Future. We are here for a very, very important appointment regarding the reconstruction of the Bafut Eco Village. The Bafut Royals Eco Village, it's a community project that is coming for the development of the community, to create job opportunities, to empower youths also on how to identify job opportunities in order to fight against unemployment. And we as indigenous people, we have our ways on how we commence our projects. Before our projects are being commenced, we always meet our king, such as King Abumbi II, who happens to have been my father. So I am here today to discuss with him, to seek more wisdom and other elders and elites on how we are going to prepare for this successful launching on the 7th of March, which is Friday. So I am also using this opportunity to call upon those of you who are listening to me wherever you are, nationally or internationally. Join us as we launch the Royals Bafut Eco Village on the 7th of March. Thank you. Looking forward to see you there. On our way to the palace, we just had to get some tokens like a way of appreciation. We got some little gifts for the royal families. It's just a gesture of showing that indeed we are so excited for getting back home again. Home sweet home. Once more, welcome to the palace of King Abumbi II.
I believe you can now understand why we are here. She's an excellent talker and she did the introduction so perfectly and sweet. This is the museum, one of the buildings that the Germans built for us to have a reconciliation. We finally met our king and he gave his final approval and blessing for us to move forward. Subscribe and click the notification bell for more updates. Thank you.